Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I've already got this page halfway done, and I've seen someone on Pinterest, cutting out a bunch of circles and then cutting the middle out, and I said, I mean, there's that circle pattern that I've always liked, that I thought, why don't I do that? So I've got a little bit of leftover paint over here, and I wanted to kind of make something like watercolor and just see if I couldn't sort of cover up the middle, which that's not the look I'm going for, but we'll just see how it does. I wanted kind of more like that kind of effect, more watercolor, no streaks. This was some leftover water too, that I had my caps to the Dilution ink thing sitting in. But then if there's glue in the background, you're going to probably see all of that. So I'm going to keep going over the parts that I don't like, but sometimes it might take 2 coats. But this here, the black circles came from the my paper pad of black paper. I think it was a 8x8 paper pad. And it looks like a mess right now, but give it a chance once it dries. And plus, the good thing about it is, it will be covered up. But, that might just make a whole new background that you never thought of when it dries. I kind of like to try new things. And sometimes if it don't work out the way you intended, it might work out a whole new way that you might like even better. I think while I'm thinking about it, while this dries, I'll go get my, I've been working on a little, kind of like a trip journal. And I don't know about you guys, but when I go on trips, I like to keep receipts. To me, that's as much as a scrapbook as pictures, but of course I'm going to have pictures, but I also like to keep receipts of places that we've eaten or things that we've done, and then, kind of look back over things like that a couple years from now. Or me and my husband, we both have where we can't remember if we ate at this place or ate at that place, and I can always look back through, and that Conley, wished I hadn't touched it right there. Conley, it was looking okay before I touched it, the way it was drying up. See how it's like this watercolor effect down here? it would be cool if it did that all over. So I'll have to give that a chance to dry. I think I'm gonna go over some of these shapes as well. I think, you know, when the water recedes is when it starts making that real pretty color. Okay, I'm going to run and go get my journal. Okay, so here's my little travel book that, you know, it has the papers in it, and then when I take all the papers out, the watercolor papers, then I don't throw away the cover. So anyway, I covered it with the black and white, put these letters on here and this date thing so I'll know. And this will be my little travel journal when we go out of town. And I made a pocket over here, which I've sewn on top of it. So the two triangles are sewed together, but actually it's two squares, and that, you know, I folded them corner to corner and just stuck one inside the other. And then I made a pocket on this side, which I've sewn it to the page that it's on, but in actuality, the page right here, let me show you guys, it come out of this Midnight Chic Park Lane book, and these are 8.5 by 11, and I just took one whole sheet of paper and folded it in half, and it fit perfectly in that book. So you know, like I said, for the little pockets, let's see if I got a square here. What have you, square? Okay, so, you know, to make the corners, I just took two squares and folded them. And then stuck them inside of one another. Let me move you guys down a little bit. Stuck them inside of one another. And then went on the sewing machine and opened them up and just went down from this corner across just on this one triangle here. So that's what made that, because I didn't want to sew it with them together, because I have to still use it for a pocket. Then once it was sewn, then I folded it and glued it down so I would still have my pocket. And then, like I said, I just folded a page and put it in the book. And I don't even know how many pages I have here, maybe 8 or 10 pages. And on this side here, you can see I put a pocket. And then on the back side was I put the two triangles. But then on the very last one, I took the page that had a pocket and a triangle and cut it down the middle and put, you know, used one for my front cover, and then the other one's going to be for my back cover. And, you know, when I put the pocket on here to start with, you know, I opened the page up and sewed it down. Sewed the pocket down to this page and then put the two triangles on this side so that when I would flip it over, there would be my two triangles. So then I had to collage on it as usual, and I took all these cards that Sherry had sent me that had the, you know, Tim Holtz old-fashioned pictures on the other side, and I thought, well, I really love the cards, and I really didn't want to mess the backs of them up. I really like how they look. So I thought I would take the papers from my other 8 by 11 book. And it's the one with the maps in it. But anyway, it had a lot of a ledger papers. So then I did that so I can write down maybe, I want to keep our receipts from where we've ate at. And then I may write down where all we went, you know, like for my, like, you know, my little journal here. And that's this one. They all have kind of different ledger papers on the back. And, you know, this here, how I've cut it, you know, if I have to put the flower over here, well, I still cut it where you can, you know, still get the, you know, your receipt in here. And I've used some of the mushrooms from the apothecary book. And some of the images I got off of Pinterest. And then, you know, of course, I took my brush, my fan brush, and splatted some turquoise splats. And I may add more to this page. I'm really pleased how it turned out. And you know, these here are a bunch of Tim Holtz ephemera. And I believe these may be Tim Holtz as well. I like how, you know, everything pops against black and white and what have you. And for the pages, you know, to put them in the book, I just made an accordion and glued all of them to the accordion, but I'm not going to try to even glue. I took what was left over on this one and folded it on the inside of the page here. I folded it down in there. I wasn't even going to try to glue it over here to this page because it would have been in a bind every time I would have tried to shut the book. And plus, you know, the book's going to get a lot fatter with all the receipts in it or notes or what have you. So, yeah, I like that. I think that's pretty cute. Okay. Okay, guys, so getting back to the collage, here it is. The watercolors have dried up. Well, not exactly watercolors, but the dilutional have dried up, but I'm not really digging how it looks, so I'm going to take some of these dyed papers that I have just laying around and cut more circles and try to cover up what I don't like. So I'll get that done and be right back. Okay, so I've cut these out and went around the inside and outside with the Posca. And put some of these down. I think I need another brush. And I think I'm going to put these two yellow ones down here. I need to try to cover up this tape, which I do have something going over top of this, but I want to have some of the yellow showing in the background. And you know me, I use a lot of glue. And we'll see how this goes. I wasn't quite sure the brightness, and I'm still not quite sure, but I think I want some of these to go up near the top and to be hanging off the page, so I can cut some of them off. And I think I'm going to put maybe one right here. I think these are on pretty thick paper. But I'm trying to finish up my 4 journals that I've started some time ago, and like I said, I've already ordered my other 4, and I've ordered 2 collage book papers, so from Amazon, so we'll see how that goes. And then someone else I had seen, I had, had one of these circle stamps that cut out big circles, and it broke. So then I had been looking for someone else online, not online, but on Pinterest or what have you, and they had one that cut several circles at one time. So I thought that was pretty neat, so I ordered that one. I didn't even know they made them like that. Thank goodness they do, because the way it looks, like it's the same difference as you splattering on the page, but I like the big circles, because I like the I'm always cutting out the bubbles. Okay, so got those down. Hopefully they'll stay down. And then I gotta try to remember where the rest of the stuff goes. And a bunch of these that I'm putting on now came from, like Tim Holtz papers that I've had for a while. And I just, when I have these scraps laying around, I'll just throw them in with my pile. And, wherever they come in handy, use these just like washi tape. It's just like instant washi tape. I think I wanted this to somehow go up here. Put another one here. Okay. Sort of hard to get those to stay down when your book, I know, wants to curl, and plus, you know, it's the amount of glue that I put down also. And I think I was putting this here to sort of cover this part up. I had a totally different thing going on at one time when I first started this collage, and then I totally changed my collage mind. Because once I made more backgrounds in different books, I said, this might look better on this collage instead of this background. I got this image off of Pinterest. And I think this image here come out of one of my doll magazines. Hope everyone's keeping cool, because our air conditioning unit had went out here recently, and we thought we had it fixed, and we didn't. And yesterday it got up to about 80 in here, but it wasn't as bad as you might think. Yeah, 80 is bad, but you know, I guess when I was younger, 80 would have killed me in here, but running with the fan, it wasn't going to be too bad. But it finally, you know, after midnight or whatever, it cooled down a little bit. Okay, so on here, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and stick this down in here before I glue this down, or I may not get her arm back up. And let's see, I think I forget how I want this to go. I believe this here come out of the Art Doll magazine too. And she was scattered out over several pages, so there were several mermaids in the magazine. So, you know, I love putting, I don't know, just, I was going to put this on, let's see. I think that's down. I was debating on whether to put this at the end. I think I still want to incorporate it. I think I want this. It's not like I don't have enough already. I think this bird might have come out of Somerset magazine. Okay. And let's see. I think I may want to go around some things with the Posca. Okay, so I went around some things with the Posca, like the borders, some of the figures, and I've added these two flowers here. But for the most part, I think I like it. It pops, and I'm real pleased with it. And if you could, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And as always, see you tomorrow.